Hello and welcome to the University of North Carolina at Pembroke here at WNCP Television Studios. I'm your host, Wendell Staten, for our show we call UNCP Conversations, where we bring you faculty, staff, family and friends, and alumni of the university to bring their story to you. So wherever you're joining us at, whether it's on our Time Warner Cable affiliates or ION Television or podcasting us anywhere in the world, thanks for being here today. As I always tell you folks, we've outdone ourselves again with our guest lineup. So today, we welcome back UNCP alumnus, Bobbi Stanley. Bobbi, thanks for being here.
Thank you. It's been great to be here.
I said UNCP, but you're actually Pembroke State.
I am. It's hard to say UNCP. I always say Pembroke State.
We talked about that a little bit before we got in here. I came in '96, so it's always been UNCP to me, and it's probably still PSU to you.
It is.
But so
it is.
We're glad you're here today.
Thank you.
So tell us what you do. And why you're here today, and fill us in on that, and then we'll go back a little bit about how you got here and everything.
Okay.
But who are you and what do you do?
Well, my name is Dr. Bobbi Stanley. My maiden name is Locklear. I grew up here in Robeson County, and I did come to Pembroke State, UNCP, for college. I'm a dentist. I practice in Cary, North Carolina. My specialty is cosmetic and restorative dentistry, and I practice with my husband, Dr. Robert Stanley. We have 4 children, and I'm here today to speak with some of the students, tour the campus, and just say hello again.
Well, good. We're glad to have you back, and we just ate lunch with a couple of students. I want to also tell you, all of our alumni, we're so glad when you come back to see the campus and to impact the lives of these students. I know you had several folks after your talk who really wanted to have a little bit more one-on-one time with you and talk about your career. And,
sure.
And so go ahead.
It's always nice to come and speak with students, especially when you come home to speak with students, because they're so alive and so full of just wanting knowledge. So it's great to share knowledge with them and see their enthusiasm, and the students here today have just been phenomenal.
Fantastic. You said that you grew up, you're a native Robesonian. So tell us a little bit about that and where you went to high school and elementary school and all that kind of good stuff, your family and everything.
Sure. I grew up here in Robeson County. My mom was clerk of court. My dad owned his own business as an upholsterer. I grew up like most Robeson County natives. I put in tobacco in the summer, picked cucumbers, worked the fields, and went to Magnolia High School and just lived a life of what I thought was luxury and really was life-changing for me, the experience and the impact that I had here in Robeson County to develop me into the person that I am now.
You know, you made I want to go back to, you talked about working in the fields as a child, and I think that can't go without saying. It's to help develop a work ethic.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, particularly with agriculture disappearing in America today, that's one of the great backbones of our country and what you did every summer.
Sure. I've said many times that I would love to have the opportunity for my 4 children to experience that, because I do believe that it develops that work ethic and it helps you to appreciate good hard work.
Yeah, no question about it, and that's obviously I've followed your career, and you work an awful lot, and you're busy in every area, so I'll come back to that. But you graduated from Magnolia High School before the merger, which is now not a high school, but
correct.
We talked about this at lunch a little bit. Talk about that experience at Magnolia, small school, small community, and how teachers cared for you and those type of things.
Well, it was nice at Magnolia because it was a small high school. We had 66, 67 students that graduating from my high school class. So because it was a smaller experience, I had more one-on-one time with my teachers. Everybody knew everybody. There was more accountability because the teachers knew the students knew the teachers. Yeah. And so the learning environment was really nice. It's similar to what's here at UNCP.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. And kind of transitioning into college, so you leave Magnolia, and tell us about your college experience, and I believe you went off to the big city.
I did. So when I graduated from Magnolia, I had the opportunity to go to NC State University, where I wanted to major in biology as a pre-dental major. And NC State is a phenomenal university. It really is. I spent 2 years there. I was there on scholarship. There were some changes in the government administration, and my federally funded scholarship was going to be eliminated. And because my parents couldn't afford to continue paying for school there if my scholarship was eliminated, I chose to come home and go to UNC Pembroke. And the decision at the time was purely a financial decision. In hindsight, I realized that it was probably one of the wisest moves I've made in my life, because I came to Pembroke. The biology department here was phenomenal.
Right.
The teachers were great. The professors were incredible. And the one-on-one experience that I had in learning was so different from NC State that I realized that I felt I got a better educational experience here at
Right.
UNC Pembroke, because I felt I was better cared for.
And you make a great point there about you know, the small classes, the quality of the biology department. Did you go in, when did you know you wanted to become a dentist is what I'm asking you?
Well, I started narrowing it down in high school.
Okay.
And I went to college with the intention of becoming a dentist. I didn't know I wanted to be a dentist until the summer after my junior year. I spent some time in Oklahoma with Indian Health Services in their dental clinic there. And I actually got to do some hands-on dentistry as an assistant. And that was the make or break point for me. That was the point where I said, I love dentistry and this is what I want to do. And that opportunity was presented to me because of people at UNC Pembroke who were able to advise me appropriately. Right. I can't say that I wouldn't have gotten that opportunity going to NC State University, right. But it would have been harder for me to find opportunities like that. They wouldn't have presented themselves to me. Right. I would have had to seek them out.
Great point. And going back to the college serving, you know, we're founded as a regional university to serve our region. And I think I hear so many of our graduates say that you know, for whatever reason, a lot of times they maybe at some point had to come here, and they all give me the same report that it was fantastic. And of course, many of them choose to come here. But as a regional university, we serve our region, and I'm so glad to hear you talk about that small personal touch that was there when you graduated, and I believe is still here today, stronger than ever.
I agree. And living in the Raleigh area, you know, I have 4 children, and all 4 of my children obviously have talked about where they want to go to universities. And being in the Raleigh area, there are some great universities there in the Raleigh-Durham area. I would love for my children to come to UNC Pembroke, and they've actually expressed interest, which thrills me. The university is phenomenal, and I think they would get a great education here.
And as you walk around campus today,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, campus has
a little different, isn't it?
Grown and changed, and all the opportunities here, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful campus.
Okay, so you leave UNCP and you decide to go to dental school, and tell us about that experience.
Well, I decided to go to dental school. I took a year off between dental school and undergraduate, and I went up and worked in Washington, D.C. I worked for the National Institutes of Dental Research, did a year of research. Still at the time realizing that I could use my biology degree in other areas such as research, but it was a good opportunity for me to know that I didn't want to do research. I really did want to do dental school. So I came back to Chapel Hill. I did a summer program there called Medical Educational Development Program, the MED program, which I would advise for any student who wants to go to medical or dental school. And that led me into my first year of dental school. So I continued with 4 years of dental school there.
And tell me a little bit more about the DC program, how you got involved in that.
Well, once again, that was through opportunities here at UNC Pembroke.
Right.
The right advisors offered me the opportunity to be able to go there through Indian Health Services. It was an Indian Health Service provided opportunity to work as a researcher. We actually did some of the first research on HIV and saliva, and I was able to be there with world-renowned researchers in the prime of when HIV was actually being understood, and how the transmission was being understood, and could it be transmitted through saliva. So it was an incredible opportunity, and it would have been hard to have that opportunity presented to me as coming out of undergraduate studies, going in with such